Good morning. Last month I started going to the 5:30 class in the mornings and it has been awesome. This day we did a 4-time workout. We did 40 box jumps followed by 10 hand release push-ups followed by a 200-meter run or row. I always row for these. I only do running when I'm doing my running programming, so I don't run when I'm at the gym. Anyway, so as the box jumps decreased, the hand release push-ups increased. So at the end, you were doing 40 hand release push-ups and 10 box jumps and then an 800-meter run or row. So it went all the way in the reverse. So I guess that's the push-ups and the row increased by 200 meters each time. So it was a really good workout. I felt really good and strong. Working out in the mornings is my favorite. It feels really good to be able to start my day already checking boxes off. When I can hit midday and I have a good bit of my steps already done from walking the pups and working out, like it just sets me up for success. It sets me up for progress and I love it. I know I look like a hot mess. I am getting my husband's tires changed. And so I'm subbing today and I just have a lot. I have a lot on my plate for today. My husband's never gonna get tires on his car. So, I mean, I've got to figure it out. He got an oil change a long time ago. And they rotated his tires and they kept the wheel locks. I'm like, I am not spending an extra $120 for the wheel locks. I'm just not doing it. It's not going to happen. And so I don't know if I'm going to get my husband's tires changed for him or not. In rant.
Beautiful babies. Mommy loves.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Right, where I share all of the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I am Lauren and I am on a journey to lose 200 pounds. I thought I would just vlog a little bit of today, and I need to start cleaning up from the storms that we had. Our backyard doesn't look too bad. I still need to pick them all up because, you know, you can't cut grass when you got little sticks. Julia loves the sticks though, but I'm just letting them outside. And if you can see right there, the top, it snapped in the wind, and I did move them to be protected. This one, they don't seem to be growing as well, so they haven't made as much progress. Oh, well, that would probably be why. They're dying. Because this limb also snapped in the wind. That sucks. Everything else seems to be doing really well though. We've got these broccolis and cauliflower just thriving. What, you got a squirrel? Running around like a little show pony. Yeah, you are. Your chest all puffed out. Oh, you got a big stick, huh? The sticks make you so happy. Don't you bring that over to me. Don't you bring it here. Oh, did you break it? He's cracking me up. There's like, we've got some huge squirrels, like huge cat-sized squirrels. And he is chasing them around the yard right now. They're bold little squirrels. Boo Bear, don't you dare. I left the garage door open, so I need to go pick up the sticks in the front yard. I did that on purpose. I didn't want to close it. So I just got home from an appointment and I knew if I closed the door that I'd be less likely to go out there and pick up sticks. But I am gonna set a timer. I think we'll do 20 minutes of stick picking up. But I can pick up a lot of sticks in 20 minutes. Maybe I should do 15. We're gonna do 20. I do not want to do this. Well, we pretty well have the front yard done. Now, I just need to do the backyard. By we, I mean I pretty much have the front yard done. There's little sticks, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to rake those up. There's just too many little sticks. So I'm gonna have to get out there with a rake, and that'll be like phase 2 or phase 3. Phase 2 will be the backyard. All right, beautiful people. I jumped in the shower and then I straightened my hair, got ready. I am subbing tonight. I shared that earlier, I think. And so I'm excited to see what it's like. It's been a long time since I've done a late like class. And yeah, so my classes that I teach are during the mornings. And then every once in a while, I sub for the early mornings. And I always enjoy this. The early mornings are like my favorite, but I am excited to see how it's been going in the evenings, and also to teach a different type of yoga. So in the mornings I do more gentle, and then when I was doing the evening classes, it's typically more power based. And there are some like gentle classes in the evening, but this one is a more vinyasa. So it'll be a fun time. And I want to close out this video before I go, so that way I don't forget, because it gets late and I get tired. So this week I weighed in at 256.9 pounds, which is a loss of 1.7. So I'm pretty happy with my progress. I have been tracking, and tracking is definitely my gateway into like essentially being toxic. It's really what it comes down to. I always use the word triggering, but that doesn't really accurately describe what I experience. When I track my food, I become fixated on it. And then it becomes like this thing. And I feel like I've done really good at resisting the urge to be so destructive in that way. Like, it's not a destructive way that maybe people would think of. I mean, I think a lot of times when we want to lose weight, we think like hyper focusing and like meeting like numbers like super stringently is really good. But for me, it hasn't been, and it's not something that's sustainable. Whereas I have like my caloric goals and I have my workout goals, and
then it's just, I've done really well so far. I haven't been tracking super long, but I feel comforted in how it's going so far, that I am tracking and that I am progressing and that I do not feel myself like sliding into like hyper drive. And the reason that that's bad for me is that it doesn't last. And when I do that and then I stop, it's like, well, everything's already messed up. So it's just not a good way to exist. And I think the more I learn about ADD, the more I think that fits into that. Interesting. It's not even food related or anything like that I've been reading about, like time and effective time management, and then the executive issues that we have. I mean, it looks a little different, I think, with every person, but I know for me, it's like when things shift, maybe it'll continue forward, or maybe nothing's going to happen and I just get blocked. I've been super stringent and like extreme. It's less likely that I'm going to continue forward. And so, long chat about tracking, but I've been tracking. I don't feel that pull into that extreme mindset that I've felt in the past. And I feel very comforted by that. Not necessarily where I'm like, okay, I don't need to think about or, acknowledge that that's a possibility going forward. But it's also easy when things are going well, like there's been consistent losses, for me to be like, I got this. And then when I'm tracking and I stop losing, like that's when it's really tested, because it's like, are you gonna go like a little crazy now? Or are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna go crazy and like super restrict and get like a little obsessive? Or are you gonna fall off? Like, what you gonna do? And I feel pretty confident I'm gonna be just fine. Like I've been just fine this far. Doing this the way that I have, it's like a constant validating process. Like I make decisions and I judge how I feel and I adjust. And if it feels wrong, then I adjust. But it's taking responsibility for my own journey and continuing forward. And that feels really good. And I am excited to continue forward. Excited to continue forward and just keep grinding it out. And yeah. Well, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and for listening to me. I'm so ready for my husband to be home. I feel like this video would have half the like chat if he was just, home. All right. I'll talk to you next time.